Hey there, welcome back to the exciting world of financial management theory. Today we're diving into the delicious submodule of costs and costing. Don't worry if you are feeling a bit queasy about numbers and formulas, because trust me, we are going to make this as easy as pie. Okay? Maybe not that easy, but definitely easier than pie. Especially if you are as smart as you are good looking. And hey, you don't need to look smart when you're wearing this awesome branded cap, do you? So let's get started. Now here's the deal. You have decided to launch a gourmet wrap outlet, but you are scratching your head over pricing and cost management. No worries. By the end of this module, you'll be a pricing pro and cost management wizard. Let's start with the basics. What's the difference between fixed and variable costs? Fixed costs stay the same no matter how many wraps you sell, like rent or our $5,000 a month. That's a big chunk of change. And your trusty Toyota ETOs? It's costing you 10,000 Rand a year in maintenance. Variable costs change depending on how many wraps you sell. Next, we're going to calculate our break-even point. This is the number of wraps you need to sell to cover both your fixed and variable costs. Take your fixed costs, 5,000 Rand plus 10,000 Rand divided by the price per wrap, let's say 30 Rand. You'll need to sell 1,000 wraps to break even. Now it's time to figure out your markup. How much profit do you want to make on each wrap? Let's say 20%. We'll subtract our variable costs of roughly 8 Rand per wrap from the selling price, which is 30 Rand. That leaves us with 22 Rand in revenue. Let's multiply that by 20% and voila, we've got a profit of 4.40 Rand. Now let's talk about pricing. It's not just about covering costs. It's about what customers are willing to pay. Consider a popular sandwich shop in town. They're charging 40 Rand for a sandwich, but customers don't seem to mind because they're getting top-notch quality and service. On the other hand, a sandwich at half the price might not draw in as many customers due to the perception that cheap equals poor quality. But remember, if your product is unique and in high demand, you can often charge more. Time to roll up our sleeves and dive into some cost estimates. We know our fixed costs are around 15,000 Rand a month, and our variable costs are about 8 Rand per wrap. Now let's assume we sell 500 wraps a day at 30 Rand each. That's a whopping 150,000 Rand in sales per month. With these figures in mind, you can accurately forecast future performance and make informed decisions. Okay, so we've got our pricing and cost estimates figured out. Now, let's chat about cost control. It's super important to keep your costs under control to avoid blowing your budget. One way to do this is to regularly compare your actual costs to your estimates and take action if needed. Let's move on to the next point. Have you ever heard of a cost-benefit analysis? It's basically a way of measuring whether the benefits of something are worth the cost. For example, buying a new oven that costs 10,000 Rand might seem pricey, but if it helps you produce 20% more wraps, it could be a worthwhile investment. To calculate the benefit, multiply the increased production by the selling price of the wrap and voila, you've got the benefit. Now subtract the cost of the new oven and voila, you've got the net benefit. If it's positive, it's a go-ahead. Next up, we've got return on investment, or ROI. This is a way of measuring the financial return on your investment. Here's a simple formula to calculate it. Divide the net benefit by the cost of the investment and multiply by 100. Now let's talk about internal failure costs. These are costs associated with failing to meet quality standards. For example, if you overcook the chicken for your wraps, you might have to throw some away. Yuck. These costs can really add up if you're not careful. To prevent them, implement quality control measures during the production process. And finally, we've got external failure costs. These are costs associated with failing to meet customer expectations. For example, a customer might return a wrap if it's not up to par. To minimize external failure costs, focus on delivering top-notch quality and customer service. And there you have it, folks. We've made it to the end of this submodule. We've covered everything from fixed and variable costs to break-even points, markups, pricing strategies, cost control, cost-benefit analysis, ROI, internal failure costs, and external failure costs. So put on your imaginary graduation cap and get ready to rock the world of financial management. Next up, why not test your knowledge with quiz questions, which you can do after watching this video. You've got this. Let's crack the cost code and boost those profits. Cheers.